Decades after a noted Kashmiri Pandit poet and his son were abducted and murdered, the case is back in the spotlight. The Jammu and Kashmir Police's state investigation agency has now launched a fresh probe, conducting simultaneous searches at 9 locations across the Union territory. The J&K Police is probing the death of Sarvanand Kaul Premi and his son Virendra Kaul. The FIR was originally registered at Duru Police Station in Anantnag district and is now under investigation by the SIA. Officials say 6 locations were searched in Rajouri district, 2 in Jammu and 1 in the Kashmir Valley. According to officials, the searches are targeting people and properties suspected to be linked to the decades-old double murder. Investigators are now trying to identify the killers, trace their possible accomplices and recover evidence that could shed light on the crime. The case dates back to 1990, a period of intense violence and targeted killings in Kashmir that led to the mass displacement of the Kashmiri Pandit community. Sarvanand Kaul Premi, a respected poet, writer and scholar, lived in a village in Anantnag's Kokarnag area. On the night of April 29th and 30th, 1990, Premi and his 27-year-old son Virendra were abducted from their home. Their bodies were found 2 days later hanging from a tree near their village, around 20 kilometers from their house. The double murder became one of the many symbols of the violence that Kashmiri Pandits faced during that turbulent period. But for years, the case saw little progress. It was subsequently taken up for reinvestigation following directions from the Union Ministry of Home Affairs concerning unsolved cases of violence against minorities dating back to that period.
State Investigative Agency today carried out raids at 9 locations with a case related to the death of a Kashmiri Pandit poet and his son. The case had happened in 1990 when he was abducted along with his son, and later on his body, along with his son's body, was recovered from one of the locations in Srinagar. The State Investigative Agency has reopened the case and are conducting the investigation yet again. The raids were conducted at 6 places in the Jammu division, 2 places in Rajouri, as well as 1 place in the Kashmir Valley. On the other hand, this is the second case of the Kashmiri Pandit killing. Before this, the investigative agencies also reopened the case of Nurse Sarla Bhatt, who was also killed by terrorists in 90s. After that, this is the second case which has now been opened by state investigative agencies, and the raids regarding that have started taking place across the Union territory. With video journalist Feroz, Idris Lone for WION World is One.